people who have been left behind.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Thursday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some isolated showers and even a few storms to wrap up our work weekend. It looks like we'll see a split weekend once again as well. So let's take a live look right now at downtown Utica, where it is currently 91 degrees. That dew point is in the mid-60s right now, so that's making it feel like 93, which, by the way, that would have been the record high today. 93 degrees set back in 2001, 24 years ago, but we didn't quite get there today, but still very hot, very humid. Even if it wasn't record-breaking, that's thanks to that southwesterly breeze, I should say, around 9 miles an hour at this time. So at least the wind is not calm. There is a bit of a breeze. And for the Mohawk Valley, there is still a heat advisory that continues until 8 p.m. this evening for heat index values like we're seeing right now, between 90 and as much as 105 degrees earlier this afternoon. Most of us into the lower to mid-90s across the Mohawk Valley, like Camden, Utica, and Herkimer, all at 91 degrees, and the rest of us aren't far behind that, like Sherburne at 90, Cooperstown 89, same thing down in Oneonta, and cooler up toward the north where it is 82 in Old Forge. But when you factor in the humidity, it feels like it's in the upper 80s to lower 90s out there, and in fact Casanova and western Madison County, it feels like it's as hot as 107, hence why there is a heat advisory for that area as well. The satellite radar over the past 6 hours remaining dry thanks to that departing area of high pressure off toward the east. But as you look back toward the west, we have some thunderstorms coming through central and southern Ontario back into Michigan toward Chicagoland as well. That's part of a cold front, and that's what's going to bring the change our way as we head through tomorrow late morning into the afternoon. Not so much tonight. We'll have temperatures slowly slipping from the 80s and 90s back into the lower to middle 70s. And you could see a lot of clouds to start your Friday, but then the likelihood for showers and storms comes between about noon and 3 p.m. So late morning, early afternoon, that's part of a cold front, and it becomes less humid and actually a little bit warmer as we head through Saturday, and we will see a lot of sunshine with a few clouds here mixed in here and there. You have to go well to the south of the Interstate 88 corridor to find a severe weather threat. Areas around Albany included in that as well. High temperatures for tomorrow, again, around 80 to 85 for most of us, more like 75 to 80 in the higher elevations, both to the north and south. But when you factor in the humidity, it'll still feel like the upper 80s to lower 90s out there during the afternoon before those storms come through. So again, in the wake of that cold front, we will see mostly dry and muggy conditions as we head through Saturday, with high temperatures similar to tomorrow, 80 to 85, but a little bit less humidity. Dew points tomorrow, I should mention, in the lower and middle 70s, right around 74 degrees is where they're expected to peak tomorrow. Today, they're in the upper 60s. So tomorrow's a little bit more humid. It'll still be humid as we head through Sunday, with some thunder showers, again, becoming likely as we head through the afternoon. Some of those possibly coming strong to severe. The main threat for tomorrow's storms, because there is so much moisture in the air, is going to be some heavy rain, maybe a little bit of some gusty wind in there too. And then as we head through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we do start to dry things out and cool things down. Look at Wednesday and Thursday, upper 70s to right around 80 degrees, Thomas.
Well, the humidity is here to stay for the rest of the Boonville-Oneida County Fair. So if you are planning to go up to Boonville, make sure you're drinking plenty of water and take a break from the sunshine if you need one.
That's for sure.
Still to come on Eyewitness News at 6. A bill
Is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Thursday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some still relentless mugginess and humidity, and we will also throw in the threat for showers and storms during the day tomorrow. Quiet right now, so no showers and storms to speak of. Still 80 degrees though, even as of approaching 10:17 this evening. And that dew point is still continuing to go up. Right now it's around 69 degrees, so that makes it feel like 83. And winds out of the east at 5 miles an hour, so the air is basically pretty stagnant out there right now. And that's after we had a high temperature of 91, so we fell short of the record of 93. But still, with that humidity, it felt like around 100 degrees for most of us. And we have temperatures right now for most of us that are into the 70s, with the exceptions of downtown Utica, as I just mentioned. Camden is also at 82, and down toward the southern tier, Oneonta is at 81. When you factor in that humidity, those dew points in the upper 60s to lower 70s, it feels several degrees warmer than that in many locations. It's as warm as storms, 88 in Syracuse, 81 in Camden, 83 downtown Utica, and 85 in Oneonta at this time, Albany at 86. But that's going to change as we head through the day tomorrow, because you'll notice through Quebec, portions of Ontario, back toward southeastern Michigan right now, we do have a cold front. And some of those storms on the northern end of that may sneak into the North Country, the Canadian border region, as we head through later on tonight. But most of us will deal with the storm activity late morning into the early afternoon tomorrow. It's looking like anywhere from about 11 a.m. through 4 p.m. So I'll show you that in a second. And you'll also notice here on our futurecast that not everybody's going to see one. There could be some isolated to scattered showers and storms. Some of those could contain some gustier winds as well as some heavy rain further to the south. But as we head through tomorrow night into Saturday, most of Saturday is quiet with just some mid and high level clouds and temperatures that are actually going to be warmer. And while still muggy, it won't be as humid as it has been today, certainly during the day tomorrow as well. You have to go well to the south of the Interstate 88 corridor to find any storms that could become strong to severe. The best threat looks to be over the Catskills, northeastern Pennsylvania, the mid-Hudson Valley. Temperatures tomorrow anywhere from around 78 to 82 degrees for most of us, but there will be some humidity on top of that. So as we head into the afternoon tomorrow, it could feel like the upper 80s to around 90 degrees here in the Mohawk Valley. And of course, as typical, cooler to the north and south. As we head through Saturday, temperatures similar to tomorrow, but there will be brighter skies, mainly dry, still muggy out there, but not as humid as tomorrow. The humidity does come back up as we head through Sunday. That's as a result of a warm front. And as you might expect, it's warmer in the wake of that front as we head through Monday, but also brighter, still muggy and toasty, upper 80s to around 90. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, could see some showers and storms. Thursday, kind of feeling like fall with the upper 80s or upper 70s to right around 80 degrees and some sun and clouds.
I love that you mentioned the flip-flopping weather, Jordan, because I know you mentioned that cold front over southeast Michigan. That's my hometown. And the weather out in Michigan is so bipolar. You think it's really hot one day, and then all of a sudden you need a winter coat already.
Yeah, we kind of go through that roller coaster here in central New York as well, so.
All right, well, I don't miss it. I'm pretty happy here. And while Bill's training camp is...
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Thursday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some isolated to scattered showers and storms to wrap up our work week. And still that relentless, pesky humidity. That's the case right now in downtown Utica. As we hit 11:10 this evening, still 77 degrees. We were at 80 in the last hour. That dew point is still the same as it was the last hour, 69, but it still feels like 79 because of that. And the winds out of the east-northeast this hour at around 5 miles an hour. So at least there is a little bit of a breeze, but still making the air feel rather stagnant. Today's high temperature, 91 degrees. We're down now to 77. The record high, by the way, for today was 93, so we fell short of that. But it still felt like around the upper 90s to around 100 degrees with that humidity out there. And we still have several spots that are at or above 80, like Oneonta's exactly at 80, Camden at 82. So temperatures for most of the rest of us are in the 70s. But when you factor in that humidity, it feels just a couple of degrees warmer. So we do have a heat index out there right now. Oneonta still feeling like 84, Camden 81, downtown Utica 79 at this hour. So definitely want the AC or the fans on for sleeping weather tonight. Unlike earlier this week when temperatures were in the 50s and you were able to keep the windows open. So right now we're tracking a cold front making its way through Quebec, Ontario, back into southeastern Michigan and portions of Ohio as well. And that's going to be the trigger for some scattered showers and storms during the late afternoon into the during the late morning, I should say, into the early afternoon tomorrow. We'll time that out here for you with our futurecast. There's some of those showers and storms mainly favoring the southern tier. That's the trend over the last couple of weeks or months or so. Southern tier looking like the best chance of showers and storms there. And then we'll see a mix of sun and clouds for our Saturday. And Saturday looks dry as well, just continually humid, and at least it will be brighter. So again, the best chance for any showers and storms that could be strong to severe look like the mid-Hudson Valley down toward the southern tier into the Catskills, northeastern Pennsylvania included in that as well. The rest of us just seeing some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or two, with heavy rain being the main threat because the air is just loaded with moisture. That's going to be the case again tomorrow. Temperatures generally around 78 to 82 degrees, although feeling like around 90 for most of the valley with that added humidity. Once again, a little bit less than that as you head up toward the north and down toward the south as well. As typically the case. 80 to 85 both tomorrow and on Saturday. The difference being we'll see some brighter skies on Saturday and a little bit less humidity. The humidity does come up once again as we go through Sunday, and so does the chance for showers and storms that could contain some heavy rain, especially in the afternoon. It'll be quite humid, as I mentioned, and that's part of a warm front. So Monday will be, yes, brighter, but also muggier and toastier, up around the upper 80s to around 90. And then as we head through Tuesday, we could see a few storms returning. That's part of a cold front, so that knocks us down to the upper 70s, lower 80s for Wednesday and Thursday under brighter conditions too.
Jordan, I noticed on the radar, not a lot of rain expected Saturday over Boonville, and honestly, pretty decent conditions for anyone heading up there for the Oneida County Fair.
Yeah, just as you've been mentioning, stay hydrated and enjoy the fair as much as you can.
Yeah, Griswold and I are going to be out there this weekend. We hope to see everyone there. Still to come on Eyewitness News at 11.